Hi guys, welcome. My name is Paula and I just wanted to share with you how I made this flyer over here. So I've been working with Inkscape and Canva for a few years now, and I just wanted to share a bit of my process. Some of the things I think about when I'm working on something like this, and some of the ways I use Canva to help me design and create. So I hope you like this video, I hope it's useful and interesting to you, and that it maybe even inspires you to make something of your own. And with that, let's get started. So the first thing I like to think about when I'm designing something like this is who's my audience and what am I trying to communicate to them. And so since this is a now hiring flyer, I want to communicate with the people that I'm trying to hire, video editors. So that is what I used to search for images. And I got this image right away. It's great because they're two people, they're collaborating. They're different genders, so it's easier for more people to look at the flyer and see themselves represented. It has the added advantage of being in the same illustration style as these images. And so I played around a little bit with where I might put them. I tried a couple frames. Like this frame. But I didn't really like how this frame cut this image, and I really wanted both people in the picture, and it was just very difficult to achieve with this frame. So in the end, I ended up putting this image at the bottom and splitting up the space with these two smaller images. And so you can kind of see the images make this nice asymmetric line through the space, and have created some nice regions for me to put text later. So at this point, the images are more or less where I wanted them to be, but they don't have a lot of presence on the page, and they're not really dividing the page up as nicely as I'd like. So you can see that the backgrounds are transparent, and making the backgrounds opaque will give them a little more presence on the page. So I picked these frames and I put the image in here, created a copy, and created this nice opaque background. And you can sort of see that does a better job of splitting the space up. And I just grabbed another frame for this image over here. And I really wanted this one to be slightly different, so I turned it upside down. Of course, this makes the image upside down, but that's easy enough to fix. I just flipped it vertically, and then I flipped it horizontally so that they're facing each other, and in my opinion, it's a little more inviting this way. Again, just copying the image, creating that nice opaque background, in the back, and grouping it like that. And so now the images are pretty much what I'd like, and it's time to put some text on. So we have this big text up at the top. This is the main text. It should convey the gist of the flyer in 5 words or less. And then beneath that I have some body text. This is in slightly bigger font than the other text on the page. I bolded the 2 pieces of information that I thought were the most useful in this piece of text. Then we have these 2 other pieces of text. This text describes what skills we're looking for in applicants. Looking for applicants with expertise in 2D or 3D image editing, game development, augmented reality. And this text describes what will be required of the videos. So the videos are required to direct people to myturn.ca.gov and give information about COVID safety. And then the final pieces of text, which are pretty important: who can apply, and where they can apply. And so you can see I needed to move this off to the side to make a little room for this text. And so now you can see all the text is on the page. Everything is more or less where it should be. The only problem is the text doesn't really stand out on the page very much. So in order to draw attention to the text, I decided I'd put some paint spots behind the text. I think I tried this one at first, but I didn't quite like how that looked, so Canva recommended this other nice paint spot, and I went with that instead. For these pieces of text, I picked colors that came from the images. And because this one was a little bit on the bright side, lightened it up a bit. And so at this point, I wanted to create a mask for the podcast. I'm really looking for video editors. And I think this image can work as long as it doesn't say the word podcast. And finally, to put the logos of the people hiring. And there you go. I had a lot of fun making this for you guys, and I know we took a couple detours, but I'm really pleased with how it turned out, and I hope it's useful to somebody. And I wanted to take a few moments to thank the sponsors of our video. This video was made possible by a grant from Vaccinate All 58. I know there are lots of reasons why people might be unsure of even how or whether to get vaccinated, but vaccines can really be a great way to keep yourself and your loved ones safe. And if you're looking for more information or want to set up an appointment, you can visit them at myturn.ca.gov, or you can call them at 833-422-4255. I hope everybody's staying safe out there. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Until next time.